Good morning. My name is Chris Bretlinger-Grant, and welcome to the Meadows East Arena in Edmonton. Today, the Calgary Glaciers are set to take on the Junior Ooks in the opening game for both sides at the FSL 14U division of the Bauer Winter Championships. Whether you call Southern Alberta or the Provincial Capital Region home, or watching from anywhere across Canada or abroad, thank you for tuning into the action on Silent Ice TV today. A strong result in today's contest will go a long way in ensuring team success as the preliminary stage of the tournament begins. Both these teams play again later this evening, the Junior Ooks at 6 o'clock and Calgary at 5:45. But of course, you can't look down the road and lose focus on the task immediately at hand. A win here for either side would certainly build some momentum to be carried through the weekend and into Sunday's Bauer Winter Champions Championship game. We'll take a look at the starting goaltenders now in this one. We will see Maddox Moore in between the pipes for the Junior Ooks, number 43, and it will be Alex Streeter, number 44, in the dark-colored sweaters for the Calgary Glaciers. The first game of the tournament, as mentioned here, for both of these sides, the FSL 14U division. We are moments away from kicking things off here at the Meadows East Arena in Edmonton. A real gem, part of the capital city in Alberta. If you haven't made the trip out here, certainly encourage you to. If you're watching from the comfort of your own home here, during this cold, chilly Friday, December morning, we appreciate you for tuning in on Silent Ice TV as well. Starting lineup here for the Junior Ooks will be Abby Miller, Aaliyah Klaus, Jessica Spencer, Maddox Moore in the net as mentioned. We're just about set to drop the puck here in what is sure to be an exciting and thrilling affair as we kick off the FSL 14U division of the Bauer Winter Championships. We'll face off directly from under our vantage point here in our broadcast gondola for Vengeance Media. We are underway. Calgary controls off the draw through center. That's dumped in to the right of the goaltender Moore. Retreating was the defender, and attacker for Calgary able to get on that one quick, and the Ooks are out and away through the neutral zone. Three attackers, tipped in, Klaus with it, unable to get a shot off, and there's a penalty call coming up here from the referee. She was knocked into the boards right in front, and the ref is going to call a hooking penalty here. 24 seconds into the contest, the Junior Ooks will find themselves on the power play. Some protestation here, but going to be taking a seat is Ellie Meunier. Will be a hooking call, some frantic scenes immediately off the hop here. And so they will face off to the left of the goaltender, Alex Streeter. No shots recorded so far, but a penalty 24 seconds in as the Ooks control off the draw. Klaus behind the net, sends it in front, unable to connect, and Calgary unable to get that down the ice at first. Comes right to the neutral zone. That outlet feed eluded Klaus, and so now Calgary with plenty of time to corral the puck. Gets it down the ice past the stick of Tkachuk. And so 20 seconds gone in the power play. Nice move made by Tkachuk. Pass unable to connect with the attacking player, and so down the right-hand side. Shot comes, and a good glove save by Streeter knocked that one away. Circling now and leaves that for Varani. Varani slid that one through, and on the backhand, that one just dribbled in on the goaltender Streeter, and she's able to hold on to that one for a face-off. 70 seconds into this one, 45 gone on the power play, remains 0-0 tie. The best chance of the game by far there. And so new penalty killing unit, new power play personnel make their way onto the ice. The face-off right back to Varani. Varani shoots right into the crest of Streeter. Able to hold on to that one. No rebound forthcoming for the Ooks attacking players directly in front of her goal crease. And so they will face off to her right once more. Charest wins the draw again. Varani immediately corrals that on her backhand, plays it along the far side boards, looking for auctions. Clara Harms back to Varani. Potential break here for Calgary. Lokans stops up and fed that one through, and Varani intercepted that, but the outlet feed too far eludes her intended target, and so an icing call here on the power play will mean a face-off here in the Ooks defensive zone. 44 seconds remaining in the power play. Face-off to Moore's right, corralled by the Ooks. Good performance in the face-off dot here in the early going. 3 skaters away through center. McDermott along the far side, good pass, shot from distance, took a deflection, never reached the goaltender Streeter. Along the near side, 25 seconds remaining in the power play. Sent in behind the net. That's intercepted by the defender Omelchuk. Good control on the power play here. 10 seconds remaining on it as that puck comes to Petrie, and Memphis Petrie able to send that the length of the ice, successfully killing off that power play, which came 24 seconds into the contest. And from our natural sound microphones, you can probably hear the Calgary Glaciers bench appreciative of all those efforts as McDermott takes that turnover, sends it towards the goaltender Streeter. Thought it may have gotten behind her for a second, but no dramas. He's able to hold on to that one. The 5th shot that I have by my tally here, registered in credit of the junior Ooks, and Alex Streeter, number 44, has been very sharp in the early going. It'll be a face-off to her left. Aaliyah Klaus. Waved out of the dot here, a little confusion, some conferration between the linesmen. Goes forward with the draw, and it does come to the Glaciers defenders. Arelchuk surveys behind her net, looks to go onwards. Papa Christopoulos pressuring there for the junior Ooks. Klaus behind the net, centering feed, unable to connect with the intended target. Another one steered deftly aside by Streeter. Near side kept in at the line by Ali Tkachuk. Papa Christopoulos holds it in one more time here. Sustained offensive zone pressure. Ends with that clearance by the Glaciers. Tkachuk looking to move quickly, sends it along the far side. And that ice, not offside there, deemed by the linesman right in front of him. Looking to move out of the zone is Calgary, but hemmed into their zone. Klaus giving chase. Emma Son with it for Calgary. Outlet feed up along the far side boards. Hanna Chapaluva. This is Mills. Nice move to elude the defenders and sends that into the Ooks zone. Sent right back up along the far side boards, out to center. See if this has enough for icing as the Ooks players and Glaciers give chase. Ellis corrals it just in front of the goal line for the Glaciers, sends it along the near side boards. Varani and Critchley come together. Keeps that one in temporarily, and now up along the far side boards. The Glaciers break out through center, content for a dump and chase as they complete their change. Just over 4 minutes gone in this FSL 14U Division Tournament opening game. Charest. Comes to Kerwin, near side. Drops for the defender. The near side to Mills, who dumps that in well short of the center line, and that'll be an icing call against the Calgary Glaciers here. Nearly 5 minutes of play due to that power play in the early going. A lot of the action as we move right to left on your computer television screen. Junior Ooks unable to solve the goaltender Alex Streeter in the early going, however, as Dobko sends that one through. That took a deflection, never reached the goaltender. Goebel had that go off her stick as well. And so the Ooks once again will look to pressure below the goal line. Did well to intercept that clearance opportunity and set it in front, unable to connect with the intended target. And once again, the Glaciers defender content to send that down. Another icing call here. And so we will face off in the defensive zone of Calgary. Alex Streeter has been very sharp in the early going so far. No Ooks player has been able to beat her in the early going here, and so we'll face off to her left. 14:46 remaining in the opening frame. It'll be Klaus on the draw for the Ooks. She wins it back cleanly. Fed down below the goal line, Miller. Klaus is with her. That's intercepted deftly by the Calgary defender. Unable to get it out at the line at first, and then second chance opportunity to do so prevails. There's Radford, Molly Radford. That shot beyond the outstretched glove hand of the goaltender Moore. Dewick, the defensive zone, that's intercepted, and now Klaus gives chase. Dewick meets her, circling below the goal line, sends it in front, and unable to connect once again with those centering feeds. You can tell what the junior Ooks are looking to do in the offensive zone. And that one's intercepted and immediately sent right back in behind the net of the goaltender Streeter. So Calgary will have to move carefully to get it out. Papa Christopoulos had that intercepted once again. Away through center on the near side boards. Petrie bodied off the puck and took a hard tumble into the boards. It's Mills from distance, took a deflection high over the net of Moore. And we have a penalty called by the trailing referee. It'll be a body checking call. Certainly judged for that contact that happened right in front of our broadcast vantage point, and so it will be Ali Tkachuk taking a seat for 2 minutes, I believe, for the junior Ooks. Power plays all even at one here, and so Calgary looks to break the deadlock here in the early going of the first period. Sent down below the goal line. Varani with it, sends it up along the near side. Omelchuk did well to keep it in at the boards. Couple times here, sends it deep down and around. Harms for the junior Ooks, sends it up near side, kept in at the far side point. Circling at the hash marks on her backhand, unable to get the shot at first, and slides it in. It's a power play goal for number 29, Hannah Chapalova. She's given the Calgary Glaciers a lead here early, and the captain celebrates in an appropriate manner. 1-0 here for the team from Southern Alberta. The first shot registered on the power play eludes the goaltender Moore. And just like that, it seemed the rink had been tilted in the early going. All you need's the power play. And Calgary off to a 1-0 advantage here. Along the far side. Dumped back into the Ook zone. Players come together behind the net of Moore. Arelchuk prevented that offensive opportunity as this is Kerwin away through center, looting a couple defenders, some contact at the line. Arelchuk takes the shot, just missed the far side of the net above the blocker. Good shot from distance there. Remains a 1-0 advantage in favor of Calgary here. 7.5 minutes gone in the opening frame. Smitke reverses course. Defender for the Ooks got it out of the zone, but sent right back in by Calgary, and they'll finish their change and give chase on the forecheck. Outlet feed by Dobko was deflected by one of the Calgary forecheckers, and so the junior Ooks will try the far side. Here's McDermott down the near side boards. McDermott with a shot. Good toe save by Streeter. Allaying that opportunity. The 9th save already for Alex Streeter. And so the junior Ooks looking to get on level terms here. Continue to give chase and send it in the offensive zone behind the goal to Tkachuk. Could that go off her stick? Giving chase once again. Calgary will try the near side boards to try to get the puck out of the zone. Good pass here, able to do so, and at the center line, Radford dumps that one in. Papa Christopoulos corrals the puck in our defensive zone for the junior Ooks. Nice move made, but puck intercepted. Couldn't connect with her man in front, with Mills in front of the net as junior Ooks will try near side to break out of the zone. Held in at the line. Giving chase will be the goal scorer, Chalupova. Players come together, is back to the line. Elian had that one from distance go high and above the net. Stopped at the line, players come together. Chalupova from distance, deflected to the corner by Maddox Moore. In front of the junior Ooks bench, players come together, kept in by Elian once again. A long outlet feed, could have been an icing call, stopped by the defender, and right back into the zone come Calgary, looking for Moore. Shot off the mask of Moore, and the defender content to leave it for her to cover up. Good save, challenging at the top of the crease, Maddox Moore. Content to just let that deflect right off of the helmet, and comfortably able to hold that one to allay any potential second chance opportunities that will face off to her left. Off the face-off, puck goes along the far side. Breaking down the right-hand wing, centering feed, unable to connect with the target in front of the net. That was Klaus, the intended target on the receiving end. Varani pokes it through from her vantage point, pinching in from her defensive position at near the blue line. Varani takes it near side. Puck intercepted. Lokans past Varani. Other defender pinching over to help on that one, and so Maddox Moore covers once again here. Until ever since that power play opportunity came, Calgary's really been able to sustain some pressure of their own. They are up by a score of 1-0, just over halfway through the opening frame as they will face off in the junior Ook zone. At the point, that one was deflected. Good job by Critchley getting out there and deflecting. That shot off the blocker or the shoulder area of the goaltender Moore. The Ooks able to get that out, and here they come away through center. Charest, good diving play by the defender, and Dobko kept it in at the point. Radford fighting for it though. And so Smitke over the blue line, had that poked off her stick. Critchley follows up. Keeps it in momentarily, but the Calgary attacker able to gain the red line, dumps that one in, and Calgary will complete their change. Through the zone, a dangerous outlet feed, nearly stolen cleanly by the Calgary forechecker. Here comes along the near side. There's Petrie, had that one knocked off her stick. So Juliet Smitke down the right-hand side, 1-on-3. With speed though, nearly able to elude two defenders. Intercepted by Calgary, kept in at the line by Smitke temporarily. And as Calgary sends four checkers in, Papas Christopoulos sends it to McDermott. He's pressured by Petrie. McDermott takes a tumble. Chalupova elects to let that one go through as a delayed offside call allows the junior Ooks a little bit of time and space. Chalupova has Kerwin with her, unable to give her the pass, but it is Mills along the far side boards. Separated from the puck by Tkachuk. That centering feed nearly took a deflection off the defender, and Moore had to be sharp there to keep her pad flush with the ice. Tkachuk along the far side. Pass unable to connect with the intended target. Calgary sends it right back in the zone, but Papa Christopoulos out away through center. Sent in front of the net. Nice move to evade the forechecking player there by Amelchuk. And so now as the junior Ooks finish their change, Glaciers have a little time to get it out of their zone. They do just that. Klaus, separated from the puck there. Calgary doing a good job of not allowing much through the slot area of the ice. It's Varani centering it through just as I say that. Unable to connect with the tip-in opportunity in front. And so players come together along the far side boards. Out of the zone and giving chase by Calgary. Varani circling with it for the junior Ooks. Finds Miller. Unable to corral that feed. And we'll have a whistle here right at the junior Ooks bench. Some discussion about what that call may have come from as the referees and a linesman come together at center ice to talk about what's going on, whether it was delayed offside. The players are lining up as if they know. I'll just get a sense of things here before we reset play. 6:41 remaining in the opening period. Face-off controlled by the Ooks. Varani is looking for the attacking player on the far side. Bilstein gets that one, sends it in. Critchley on the attack for the Ooks. Radford and Varani pinching in from her position at the point. Harms comes back to help and allay that opportunity. Critchley dumps that in on the backhand, giving chase. Ooks, once again, you can tell that part of their game plan is using their speed. As Calgary comes out near center here, potential 2-on-2 opportunity. It's Radford moving right to left. Try to get that one through. That was deflected before it reached the goaltender Moore. Kept in by Elian. Critchley gives chase, comes together with Radford along the far side boards. To the slot, and a safe play made up the near side boards. Don't expect it'll be enough for icing as Elian gets back. Chased by McDermott. Up along the far side boards, Mills. On the near side, Petrie centering feed. Sent to the side by Papa Christopoulos. A second chance went right through the top of the slot area. Breaking out through center. Come together along the near side. That one up and out through center to Tkachuk, to Papa Christopoulos. Good pass along the far side. McDermott takes a shot, and that one just missed on the blocker side of the goaltender Streeter. McDermott centering feed off the back of the net. Comes to the Calgary defender. Under 5 minutes to go in the opening frame. Calgary away through center. Dump and chase. It is Mills. Mills behind the goal line. Centering feed. Couldn't connect. Here pinching the defender. Takes a shot and a good save by Maddox Moore. The referee blew the play down, thinking perhaps that Maddox Moore had caught that one squarely. But a good save there by the goaltender in white. Able to get the big trapping glove hand on that one, allaying that opportunity, keeping the deficit for her side at a single goal. We'll face off to her left. To Klaus behind the net. Up along the near side, that pass by Miller. Deflected away by Global, and Klaus centering feed. Just jumped over the stick for intended target as this one is sent out past everybody. Moore had to play it though, as it was gonna go towards the net areas. Calgary giving chase. Separated from the puck, and so now circling in their defensive zone is Clara Harms. Three junior Ooks defenders come together trying to separate the Calgary forechecker from the puck, and now circling is Harms. Up the near side boards, Clara Harms darting to the center. No shot yet, and a feed down towards the goal line. Harms takes the return feed, shot from distance, beyond the blocker of Alex Streeter as players come together just beyond the Glaciers bench. Harms at the end of a long shift, chased by Radford. And looks to use the backhand to come up along the near side. Along the half wall. Calgary able to keep that in the zone, separated from the puck though. Junior Ooks supporting each other on defense, as we saw 3 players come together previously, a couple of them hounding the Calgary attacker. And now down the right-hand side, Charest unable to get a shot off there. Under 3 minutes to play in the opening period. Dobko unable to keep that one in at the point, and so Calgary looks to get some numbers and break out through center. Charest, the puck once again. Looks to try the near side boards. McKenna Dobko, nice pass through center. Finds Olivia Bilstein, number 91, still controlling below the goal line. That centering feed unable to connect with one of her teammates, and so Papa Christopoulos will have to circle back through center. She found Critchley. That was intercepted by the Calgary defender. They'll try the far side now. Tipped in nicely by Bilstein. Bilstein centering feed, and that shot fended off by Alex Streeter, who's been perfect in the early going here so far in the Calgary net. Held in at the line by Tkachuk. And so Omelchuk will try here for Calgary. That's deflected out. May have hit a body in the front of the Junior Ooks bench. No call forthcoming from the referee. Off the near side boards, puck hit the linesman's skates, and so now Lauren Omelchuk with it for the Glaciers. Hemmed in at her blue line. McDermott giving chase. Omelchuk pressuring Goebel. That opportunity through the net front to the goaltender Moore, and so Calgary with 60 seconds to go in the opening frame. Looking for a second goal here. Kerwin's centering feed deflected up and away through center. Elian, that roll off her stick. Goebel comes together with Harms. That's sent down the ice. Unfortunate for the Junior Ooks. The defender able to get to that one. Away through center come the Glaciers. Dumping it in is Locans. Along the near side boards, hemmed in, so the Junior Ooks will try the far side now. Varani. Good feed, away through center is Klaus. Looking to connect with her winger there, but unable to do so, and so the Glaciers have to be careful here to not allow another scoring opportunity before the period is through, and if they hurry, they may have one of their own. Being encouraged, 5 seconds left by their bench to get a shot opportunity off, but a good job recovering defensively there from Maya Varani. Means that at the end of the first period of play, the power play marker for the Calgary Glaciers is the one and only goal that we've seen here in the early going. At the end of the first period, Calgary 1, Junior Ooks 0. We'll be back with the second period of play right after this. Welcome back to the Meadows East Arena in Edmonton. Just ahead of puck drop in the second period of play in the FSL 14U division of the Bauer Winter Championships. The Calgary Glaciers lead by a score of 1-0. Junior Ooks looking to pressure and get all square in this one in the early going as Smitke corrals the puck for the Junior Ooks off the draw. Takes a shot on the backhand while falling down, unable to hit the target there, but a good chance by Bilstein, number 91. With the puck, once again, Olivia Bilstein on the backhand, sends it down. The near side boards. That pass from Skit deflected away and Charette off the boards, giving chase. McDermott for the Junior Ooks. Good job by the defender to collect that one and temporarily allay any offensive opportunity. Abrams looked to dump that one deep in the zone, but good job by the supporting forechecker there to continue the pressure for the Junior Ooks in the offensive zone. Delayed penalty call coming here. As we look to the referee, it'll be a body checking call. Assessed to the Glaciers. It'll be Haley Dirtnell, number 18 here, and so for the second time in the game, the Junior Ooks will be on the power play here, looking to get on even terms as mentioned, as they will face off to the right of the goaltender Streeter, number 44. Face-off comes back to Tkachuk, shot, and Streeter had to be sharp, deflects that one to the corner. Mills unable to get that one out and down. Comes back to the point. Papa Christopoulos makes a move to evade the defending player, and Calgary able to get that one out and down the ice. Mills on the forecheck to Tkachuk, to partner Papa Christopoulos, who elects to send it back along the far side boards. McDermott with her, and McDermott through center, intercepted by Mills. Sent right back, deflected in before it had the chance to reach the goaltender, if that was the intended target. And so now to Tkachuk. We'll try to break out through center on the power play. Deflected by the goal scorer, Chapalova. Oremchuk had that pass elude her, and a nice move made by the Calgary defender behind her goal as Mills on the backhand, unable to get that out past the line. Papa Christopoulos shot above the outstretched glove hand of Alex Streeter, centering feed through the slot, unable to connect with any Ooks players, and Papa Christopoulos along the far side has that pass intercepted, and with a minute and a half gone nearly in the power play here, Junior Ooks one last foray potentially in the offensive zone if they look to even things up. Bonnet across, that's deflected, and Petrie, no mistake made, able to get that one down the ice. Good speed, good intuition, good forechecking as well for the Calgary Glaciers, as they are tasked with killing off their second penalty of the game. That one deflected to the outside. Unable to be held in at the line. Varani with it for the Junior Ooks, tries to get it in the zone. Klaus with it. Had that deflect off her stick, but recovered nicely. Sends it to the high slot. That shot deflected by Son to the corner. Behind the goal, that centering feed deflected to the near side corner. Up along the boards. Charest among the players for the Junior Ooks on the forecheck. Smitke takes a shot, and a good glove save by Streeter. Alex Streeter had to be sharp on that one. Smitke found herself with time and space in front of the net all alone, but Alex Streeter able to reach up with the big glove hand. Still has not been beat here in the opening game of the 14 UFSL Bauer Winter Championships. Looking to certainly maintain that case and the pace here as long as they're able to as they face off to her left. Off the draw, held in by the junior Ooks. Critchley sends that down along the far side boards. Elian, that one in a deflection in front, and with the paddle, Streeter able to knock that one away from harm's danger. From the side, that centering feed, unable to connect. Junior Ooks sending things, a barrage of shots towards the net of Streeter. Calgary defense forcing things mostly to the outside in terms of the players, and the centering feeds have, to this point, been unable to connect. Giving chase along the far side boards, getting to it first is the Glaciers player. Strong play by her to negate any potential icing call there with the fast pace, sent right back in behind the goaltender Moore. And a penalty here called by the trailing official. It'll be a cross-checking call. Taking a seat for 2 minutes or less here will be number 5, Molly Radford, who is so fast here in the early going, and Radford will take a seat. It'll be the third time the junior Ooks will be on the power play here, just under 5 minutes gone in the second period. They'll face off to the right of Streeter. They're looking for their first tally of the Bauer Winter Championships. Some discussion from the referee getting involved off the face-off to make sure that all's fair here. And so on the draw, one forward by the Ooks. Able to get a shot off cleanly, and it comes the clearance opportunity. Cut off by Tkachuk along the near side boards. Chalupova, the captain and goal scorer for the Glaciers, able to connect with that one and sends it the length of the ice. Papa Christopoulos, pressured by Mills. Outlet feed comes near side. Trinity Okremchuk behind the net, uses the boards to connect with Papa Christopoulos at the point. That shot took a deflection right to Calgary, and unable to get that one down the ice was the captain, Chalupova. And so now the junior Ooks will try along the near side boards to get into the zone. Okremchuk, shoot from the slot, deflected by Streeter, another good save. And delayed the second chance opportunity there. Under a minute remaining in the power play, is Calgary able to get that one down the length of the ice. Varani catches up with it and looks to connect on an outlet feed quickly. She does. This is Klaus along the far side. Good job by the supporting wingers to stay on. Harms with it along the near side board, separated from the puck. And once again, the Glaciers able to get that one down. That was Petrie. Still pressuring Varani as she'll try up along the near side boards. A dozen seconds remaining in the power play as Harms will try the far side to get it out of the zone. To Critchley at the blue line. That one dumped in on the far side. Good job by the Glaciers to prevent any further forward momentum. Son tries the near side boards. Bonnet pressured by 2 Calgary defenders. Come together near side and up off the boards down the length of the ice. An icing call here. 12 minutes 17 seconds remain in the second period. Another successful penalty kill for the Calgary Glaciers, along with a power play goal of their own. Special teams have certainly been the story in the early going here, as we'll face off to the left of the goaltender, Alex Streeter. Charest on the draw for the junior Ooks. Puck comes back, and that's handled by the defender in red, Lauren Omelchuk. Away through center are the Glaciers. No icing here from the referee, so Smitke covers below her goal line. Nice move to evade the attackers. Another one out away through center. 3 Ooks attackers away in the offensive zone. Puck hit the referee's skate as it finds its way to Critchley. Number 88, shot from distance in on Streeter. Don't think she saw it cleanly all the way through, but Alex Streeter has been perfect so far. No rebound allowed for the Ooks also. That's been another story. As sharp as Alex Streeter has been, she's done a very good job of corralling all of the rebounds for the most part, not allowing those high danger opportunities, as Smitke unable to hold that one in at the blue line. A circle, and that's intercepted by Mills. Mills away through center with a shot, and that deflected off the glove of Maddox Moore to the corner. Players come together along the far side boards. Petrie and others among them. Miller looking for the feed in front, as it is Petrie on the backhand, sending it through. McDermott couldn't make the most of that opportunity, looking to break away through center as they'll try again to break out. That jumped over the stick of Elian. So on her backhand, looking to connect with a teammate, but it's intercepted by the junior Ooks. Takes a deflection, Calgary. It is Petrie through center, just in front of the red line. It'll be an icing call here. Petrie may have been able to have taken a couple more steps, but deemed to have been just short, and so they will face off in the Calgary defensive zone. Just under 11 minutes remaining here in the second period. Junior Ooks certainly a little frustrated perhaps with having been unable to beat the netminder Streeter so far, but sustained pressure in the offensive zone and active defenders certainly seems to be the game plan. As players come together below the goal line, Radford being pressured by the forechecking player to Tkachuk, sends it right back in. Klaus along the far side, centering feed, that's deflected away once more. Klaus had some trouble corralling that immediately, but found offensive support to Tkachuk. Unfortunate that took a deflection before it got to her, and so she'll have to be quick here to elude the forechecking Radford, and Tkachuk took a tumble behind the net. Fortunately, she seems to be fine. Takes the return feed and looking to break out of the zone, unable to connect with the target there, and so the length of the ice, an icing call once again. A couple audacious outlet feeds we've seen here in the early going from both teams. Plenty of icing calls, but if you're not taking any chances, perhaps you won't get the odd man opportunities that lead to such high danger scoring chances. Face off one, and this is Varani up the near side, uses the boards. Deflected away by Skit. Harms with it now for Bilstein. Son giving chase, and up and away through center is Charest. 2-on-1 for the junior Ooks. Centering feed, unable to get to the net ultimately. An excellent job by the defending player to break up that opportunity. A 2-on-1 that amounted in no shot to reach Alex Streeter. As players come together along the far side boards. That pass eluded the target, but ends justifies the means as Calgary attackers get off on a change. Looking to move up quickly, it's Critchley receiving the pass past center and sends it in on Streeter. That took a deflection. Fortunate for her, the defending player was the first on the scene for Calgary. So now the junior Ooks pressuring behind the net. Bilstein up along the far side. Calgary breaking away through center. Mills reaches the red line this time and sends it in. Smitke had to be quick to recover quickly for the junior Ooks. Sustained pressure on the forecheck from Calgary. Elian sends that through, and that's deflected to the side by Moore. Good job by Mills to hold it in at the blue line temporarily, and Chalupova touches the puck. It'll be another penalty here assessed, I believe, to the Calgary Glaciers. It'll be another body checking call. Coaches don't like it. Coaches are wondering what's going on here, as it'll be Petrie taking a seat for 2 minutes or less. Memphis Petrie, the guilty party there on the fourth penalty called against Calgary here, just over halfway through the contest. So the junior Ooks will try once more to try to solve the goaltender Alex Streeter. The only goaltender on their roster, the only goaltender it seems they need, number 44 in blue. Okremchuk circling as it comes to Smitke. Smitke circling, good job to evade the attacking player. Okremchuk near the goal line, connected in front, but a good save by Streeter. One of the few times those centering feeds have connected in the early going for the junior Ooks. You can tell that is part of their game plan, is Calgary able to get that one down the ice. Good job on the penalty kill once again. That was Abigail Mills. Breakout feed comes near side. Okremchuk down the right-hand boards. Took a spill. They're colliding with the defender. Along the far side, shot from distance into the glove hand of Streeter. And she's content to hold on to that one. 47 seconds gone in the power play. 7:27 to go in the second period. And so for the fourth time already on the penalty kill, your penalty killer is your best penalty killer is oftentimes your goaltender, of course, and Alex Streeter has certainly been that. Shot opportunity deflected before it reached the target. Kept in temporarily at the blue line and out and down the ice. Giving chase is Kerwin for Calgary. Papa Christopoulos able to lift her stick there. Way through center. Klaus on the backhand, sent that through, and Streeter cut that one off with the big right pad. Good idea by Klaus. Aaliyah Klaus looking for the centering feed. It comes back to Varani. Varani with the shot, took a deflection, missed the net above the blocker of Streeter. Held in at the line well. Varani with the shot, that took another deflection in front of the net, never reached the goaltender. Varani once more, and another deflection. Pressure sustained below the goal line, walking out as they trade places. Centering feed intercepted by Calgary, and with 10 seconds remaining in the power play, breaking out through center 2-on-3, content to send that one down. Some tense moments there in front of the net of Alex Streeter. Fortunate for her and for the Calgary faithful, none reached the back of the net. And so a fourth successful penalty kill comes to an end as we have an offside call directly in front of the junior Ooks bench. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remain in the second period. They're throwing everything they have at her, but unable to have beaten the goaltender here so far. Looking for answers. I'm sure ongoing discussions between the junior Ooks coaching staff throughout the period. At the end of the first, you know, they have a game plan, funnel pucks through to the front of the net, get those deflections, those one-time opportunities. So far, none have been able to reach the back of the net. As Bilstein sends that one in. Harms keeps it in well near the blue line. Nice move by Bilstein. Bilstein centering feed. Critchley hit the crossbar to the dismay of the Ooks bench. Coaches looking skyward and laughing. What do they have to do to get a tally here? As this one's sent through and deflected away by the Calgary defender. 3 Calgary attackers up and away. Onside, nice move by Radford. Nice move to sustain the pressure. Smitke finally comes over and says enough of that, but dumped into the zone for Petrie. Petrie fanned on the centering feed, but strong on the puck still. Olivia Bilstein near side. Sends it up there for Critchley. Critchley dumps that in to the left of the goaltender, Streeter, content to leave that for her defending players. And Son had that one go off the skate of the referee, right back to her. Maya Varani keeps that in the zone on the backhand. Players come together along the near side boards. Arelchuk circling, has that deflect off the stick of her intended target. And so now Lauren Amelchuk once again. Taken by the junior Ooks, and once again the Calgary defense keeping them squarely to the outside here as McDermott gives chase. Son up the far side boards. That shot took a deflection, never reached the goaltender Streeter. Behind the goal line, two Ooks players play catch, and Maya Varani, that shot Locane deflected well by getting out there to pressure the point. Son and Okremchuk battling for it behind the net. Under 4 minutes to go in the second period. Varani takes that through center, D to D on the far side. McDermott, good job staying on side by Okremchuk. That shot took a deflection. Good recovery in the defensive zone as well by Calgary as they look to break up and away through center. Brooklyn Kerwin. Kerwin still on the backhand, sends that through beyond the reach of Maddox Moore. Harms along the boards. McDermott beyond her reach, kept in well by the pinching defender Elian. So the junior Ooks will try this side. No opportunity forthcoming there because Mills was good on the forecheck, and so forced back around the far side. Shot from distance, steered to the side by the goal stick of the goaltender Moore. Behind the net, centering feed off the pad of Moore. Elian at the point, below the goal line. Players come together. Nice job to stop all forward progress and momentum by the defender to elude the forecheckers. And Papa Christopoulos touches the puck. There will be a penalty coming, a roughing call assessed against the junior Ooks. Clara Harms, pardon me, that's Abrams. Gabby Abrams will be the player taking a seat in the penalty box here with 2:45 remaining in the second period. Second power play of the morning for Calgary. Remember, that's how they scored their one and only goal, the only goal of the contest in the early going, as Calgary controls off the draw. Zap along the far side. Thought better of taking that shot from distance, plays it in towards the corner. Kept in well at the line at first, I thought, but the linesman deems that one to be offside, to the chagrin of the defender who kept that one in, and gets some congratulations from her teammate. Ellie Meunier wondering if it's a game of millimeters here perhaps, but they will face off just outside of the offensive zone, moving right to left. Calgary looking to add to their lead in the early going. Face off won cleanly by the junior Ooks. Players come together on the near side. Shalupova, the goal scorer for Calgary, giving chase. Junior Ooks send it out of the zone away through center. Along the far side, darting towards the center. That deflected by the goal stick of the goaltender Moore. Players come together behind the net. Bonnet couldn't corral that at first, but giving chase, and excellent job keeping that in the zone from the goal line. Looking for options, sends it in front. Sitting in the slot, and that took a deflection. Good job by the defender, Juliet Smitke, as Bonnet giving chase for the junior Ooks, the first one to catch up to it after that feed that cleared the length of the ice. Still with it now, killing time behind the goal. Some contact there as she takes a tumble, and now Calgary will have an opportunity if they hurry. Varani able to get that to that one first, and Klaus just offside at the blue line here, looking for a shorthanded opportunity. 37 seconds remain in the penalty, a minute 22 in the period here. Calgary looking to extend their lead at the Bauer Winter Championships, and straight off the draw right into the junior Ooks bench. I have to stay on your toes as a coaching staff. You think you might be safe behind those boards, but my friend, you are not. Players come together here. Junior Ooks looking to kill more time, and as it finds its way deep in the Calgary defensive zone, they do so. Critchley intercepts that outlet feed. Is behind the boards and looking to break out up along the near side. Maya Varani sends that one deep in the zone, and it was touched by a high stick. Good hand-eye coordination by Avi Goebel. But it'll force a stoppage in play. At the very least, Calgary power play will get to complete that full change as they will face off to the right of the goaltender Alex Streeter. As the battle of special teams through 2 periods continues. 50 seconds remain in the period as Calgary look to break out of their own zone. It is Son who corrals for Calgary. The near side boards. Low Kane fighting for the puck. A couple penalty killers there for the Junior Ooks, giving chase as we're back to even strength. Looking for options. Critchley unable to corral that one in the high slot area as it comes out of their offensive zone. Lots of contact in front of the Junior Ooks bench as the puck comes along the far side. Kerwin had that roll over her stick. Down the right-hand side. Pulling that one in was Lorna Melchuk. Couple players coming behind the net, 5 seconds remaining. Junior Ooks seem to be content to get out of the zone as Omelchuk once more. Puck's in the net, but the referee waves it off. The quickest of opportunities. The referee waved it off immediately, signaling the end of the period. Junior Ooks content to skate right to the bench. The Calgary coaching staff wondering if they can have a chat about that one. Seems that it was waved off with conviction and immediacy, so while they're having that chat along the far side, seemed as if, from my vantage point, the buzzer did go before the puck took the deflection and went into the back of the net. So we will have the 3rd period of play. After this, we will see if there is a scoring change or opportunity. The players are well into the dressing rooms by now, as we focus on the referee given the explanation. I wonder what Calgary's perspective on the ordeal is, of course. An unbiased one, as he seems content by the explanation. The score remains 1-0. If anything changes, of course, we will have that information for you when we come back after this break. It'll be the 3rd period. Calgary Glaciers leading the Junior Ooks by a score of 1-0.
Well, here we are at the Bauer Winter Championship intermissions. Haley Runnels, commissioner of the Female Super League, and it is so awesome to have the FSL involved in the Bauer Winter Championship. What has the first half of the season kind of been like from a commissioner's point of view? What are you hearing from the players, the parents, the coaches? What's it been like?
Well, it's been pretty well received so far, and it's been really exciting. I've got to watch a ton of games so far and get to meet the people involved, and I think every franchise, every team has a lot of great people in the mix, and the talent is unbelievable, and it's been just the hype is so exciting. It's been great.
It has been awesome. I mean, getting to see the girls doing their media interviews with 11 Creative and talking about themselves and not just talking about, playing with the guys, playing in their own league, a league of their own, if you will, and the excitement and the light up on their faces or the celebrations. I mean, I've enjoyed so much of it because it really has shown that these girls just love to play the game of hockey.
They love it.
They really do.
They love it, and their energy is so high, and yeah, they hype each other up, and they hype the other teams up when they're watching. It's just, it feels very much like the FSL is a community.
Yes, it's infectious with all of the teams. And so this weekend we have the 12U, and we're getting to broadcast those games for the first time, so that's really exciting. And the 14U division we have done before. And a big game this weekend is Saturday. It'll feature Bow Valley, the Nationals, which kind of like South Sask in the JPHL. They're a juggernaut. They're going to take on the Vancouver Arrows. Now, the Arrows have a bit of a secret weapon that we got to see last weekend. Lila Halstead, at 12 years old, was named the goalie of the tournament in the JPHL 14U division. Like, for you as an FSL, you got to be like, wow, that's so amazing, and can't wait to get her back with the Arrows here.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a secret she is at this point. She's a weapon. Yeah, Tiny, she moves so well. She's just so technical and just so fun to watch. Such a good energy about her too.
Oh my goodness, her quickness and her reactions are so great, and that's a really good matchup between those two teams. That's 4:30 on Saturday for those of you who want to check it out. And this Bow Valley team, man, I could talk about them for hours. Positionally strong, they skate well. I don't know if there's anything they don't do well.
Don't tell them that.
Yeah, don't tell them that, exactly. But they just do a lot of things. Yeah. They're just, they don't make, they're almost mistake free. If you make a mistake, they pounce on you, and to watch them play must be pretty satisfying.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun to watch them. They're so strategic. They follow the plan. You can tell exactly what they're trying to execute, and it just. I don't want to use the word flawless, but it looks flawless.
Yeah, and like if I'm a national team player or member, I'm looking at these girls and saying, man, our future is so bright.
It's so bright, yeah. And it's so nice to it'll be really great to see some of these names coming from the FSL as they go on and play in the PWHL or NCAA or U Sport, wherever they end up.
Indeed.
They're going to be somewhere.
Yeah, it's the talent is exploding, and now we also have the 12U, and you guys have a real special team. We talk about Bow Valley being a special team. This 12U Vancouver Arrows team, man, they could really do some damage, and they're going to play against the Whitecourt Wolverines, an HSL team from the 2013, and this is something that you guys have been doing to get them a little bit of extra competition, and they have met all the competition head on.
They have, yeah. They're a phenomenal team. They're unmatched. They're just so much depth. They work so hard. They're so skilled. So yeah, in order to accommodate that and be able to keep them together as a team and keep their development, we've incorporated some game against HSL teams in the HPL in Vancouver. So yeah, they'll have 2 matchups this weekend against the 2013 AAA Wolverines, and we're super excited to see them take the ice.
Well, I think it's awesome because they're going to get the competition that they need to stay sharp, but then they're playing against other FSL teams and they're raising their level of competition. I mean, a rising tide lifts all boats. So the teams that are playing against the Arrows, now they're getting up and they're going to measure themselves and they're going to get closer and closer and closer. Just like with South Sask, although it didn't look like it in the final, teams want to get up, and I think they're going to make the whole division better by also keeping their game tight against the HSL teams.
Yeah, the Arrows are so important for the growth and the future of the FSL because they set a standard and a benchmark that we'd like all teams to elevate to, like you said. So it's very important that we give them some competition this year, but it's important that the other teams are taking note, and I'm excited to see that division in the coming years.
Yeah, and next year we will have another division as this hockey monster just keeps growing. The 16U division next year. I guess, was it immediate that people wanted this division, and how much, I guess, questions and phone calls and interest is there in this division?
Oh yeah, it was immediate. All of a sudden it was, well, where do I go next year? The 14U was panicking. It's like, we'll figure it out. Yeah, 16U, tons of interest. We actually had to turn some franchise applications away, but we're super excited to launch that division next year. Won't give away too much right now, but the interest is there and it's looking really good.
Awesome. Well, if you are a player in that 14U, now you know you have the next step, and we'll see where this goes as well. But Haley, it's been awesome to have the Female Super League involved in the Bauer Winter Championship this week, and we look forward to Championship Sunday. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you.
Very pleased to be joined at this intermission for the Executive Director of Kids Sport Edmonton. Dana Josdal is our guest. And Dana, thank you so much for being a part of the Bauer Winter Championship once again as our charity sponsor. For those that are new to the Winter Championship, tell us a little bit about Kids Sport Edmonton and what it's all about.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much, Dean, for having us here again this year. We're really grateful to be a part of it once again. So at Kids Sport, what we do is we subsidize sport registration fees for kids that come from families facing financial hardship. Unfortunately, the pay-to-play system isn't set up for families that are going through a turbulent time. But that's okay, because that's when Kids Sport steps in and steps up to the plate to make the assist for local Kids Sport kids, ensuring that equal access to sport is for all kids.
Lots of potential for people to get involved in their own neighborhood, and certainly they can get involved right now. On the screen is the options for the tickets that people can buy for the 50-50 in support of Kids Sport Edmonton here at the Bauer Winter Championship. You can either go to the website, use the QR code, and it's programs like this that really keep kids sports alive. Not just this, but things like this kind of initiative. So, I guess to say it's important is the understatement, but what is it like to be able to partner with the JPHL and the Winter Championships once again with this 50-50?
Yeah, it's absolutely wonderful. We look at events like this like a fundraiser. We're here to spread awareness about our brand. We're also here to raise money for our Kids Sport kids, for the current ones and our future ones, because we know they're coming. And like you said too, earlier on in the conversation, sometimes families require this. Sometimes it's a one-off. Sometimes there's a parent who's on a leave of work and another one who doesn't work, and well, as a stay-at-home mom will say, that's definitely a full plus time job, and not bringing in an income. And those families do require a helping hand for a short amount of time. And then there's New Canadians that we're supporting. There's so many different communities and minority groups that we are looking out for and looking after to make sure that they can feel a sense of community and belonging through sport. And we're so grateful and thankful to be able to be a part of this event once more with the JPHL, and look forward to next year as well.
Have a great holiday season. We'll see you in 2025.
Thanks so much. Take care.
Welcome back to the Meadows East Arena here in Edmonton. Just ahead of puck drop in the third period of play. It is Calgary Glaciers leading the Junior Ooks by a score of 1-0. Alex Streeter in the Calgary net has been perfect so far, number 44 in blue and red. The lone goal of the contest came courtesy of number 29, Hannah Chalupova, the captain for Calgary, on the power play in the first period. Some tense moments there towards the end of the second. Goal waved off as soon as the buzzer hit. We saw it here in our replay command center. I hope you rewound the tape as well. It was a sound call, no robbery there for Calgary as they come away through center. Elian down the right-hand side. Shot took a deflection. Giving chase, a couple Calgary players, but good job to elude all of them by Tkachuk. Out away through center, dumping that in is Trimity Okremchuk. They come near the far side, deflected right in on Streeter, who had to quick reflexes on the backhand. That shot perhaps deflected before it reached the Calgary goaltender. Junior Ooks in all three periods so far, sustained pressure right off the hop, looking to equalize here in the early going of the final frame. Players come together and able to get that one out of the zone. Is Calgary. They'll change all players on the ice, save one defender who's in front of Smitke. Dirtnell behind the net. Had that in deflected by Abby Miller. Dobko sends that in below the net. Abrams had that deflected off her stick. Ooks players continuing to fly in, pressuring the puck. Smitke plays that off the boards, looking to connect with her winger, able to corral it at the point, sends it through towards the high slot, and that was deflected away. Looking to get out of the zone, Chalupova. Held in well by a pinching Smitke as bodies come together along the far side blue line. Calgary will try a fourth time to get it out of the zone. Chalupova unable to do so immediately, and Maya Varani sends it to her defense partner. There's Klaus on the left-hand side, nice feed, and that shot high and above the left shoulder of the goaltender Streeter, unable to hit the target there. High danger opportunity, among the better ones the Junior Ooks have had. 2 minutes gone in the third period. Klaus, as she's so often been, behind the net, centering feed. Varani takes the shot, and that is right into the crest of the goaltender Streeter, who holds on to that one. No rebound opportunity forthcoming. Just under 2.5 minutes gone in the third period of play. Calgary and the Junior Ooks both send fresh players over the boards. Calgary looking to continue to force most things to the outside. I think they know as well as anyone that the pressure is only going to continue to ramp up here as the Junior Ooks look for that equalizer. Got to empty the tank here, even though both teams play later this evening in Nisku, Alberta. A win here would go a long way in setting the teams up for success. A lot of contact along the near side boards. Centering feed, done well to be stolen away, and away through center comes Calgary. Elects to dump that one in, and a penalty is going to be called here against Varani. Interference call, roughing call, body checking call, take your pick pretty much, but it was right in front of the lead official on the play. Maya Varani doesn't like it, nor does the Ooks bench, but separated the player from the puck in the defensive zone, well away from the actual puck in the offensive zone, and so face-off will be to the left of the goaltender Moore. Calgary looks to extend their lead. Just under 3 minutes gone in the third period. Some confusion with the score clock here, I believe, as linesman's over there giving instructions. A full power play, of course. It's worth 2 minutes, not a minute 52 as they get that sorted out. Puck deflected away and a potential opportunity shorthanded here for the Junior Ooks. Sent through to McDermott. Separated from the puck, though, by the returning Calgary defenders. You have to be careful here, of course. Trailing by only one. Tkachuk and Dewitt came together. Ultimately able to send that one down the ice. Good play on the penalty kill by Papachristopoulos. McDermott giving chase. Nice move by the defender to elude a couple of stick checks there. Still with it away through center. Radford down the near side wall. Stops up. Calgary looks to get set up as that pass unable to connect. And so they'll try the far side now. Dumped into the zone. Papachristopoulos, the first player for the Junior Ooks to reach it. Off the boards in front of her bench. Out to center, not down the length of the ice. And so Tkachuk now for the Junior Ooks. Content to send that one off the boards down the ice. The defenders for the Ooks will change now as Klaus quick in on the forecheck, giving chase. Klaus with a shot into the crest of the goaltender Streeter. Good short-handed opportunity there. Aaliyah Klaus absolutely flying here this morning in Edmonton, but unable to beat the goaltender. She will dig in on the draw here on the penalty kill. 50 seconds remaining in the penalty to Varani. That one sent through, never reached the goaltender. And away through center comes Calgary. And offside, that puck knocked off the stick of Lorna Melchuk at the near side blue line. So just over 4 minutes gone in the third period. The Junior Ooks still looking for the equalizer. They win the draw. 35 seconds remain in the penalty, and Smitke content to take some time off the clock. Nice misdirection play there, sends it down the length of the ice. Giving chase quickly in on it now. The Ooks shorthanded, not afraid to send players far down the attacking zone. Here's the captain, Chalupova. Goal scorer for Calgary, circling below the goal line. Anna Chalupova. Players call for it at the point. No feed forthcoming as Mills circles with it. Mills still separated from the puck. Penalty to Varani's over. She's going to go chase after it. Fresh legs for the Junior Ooks. Maya Varani comes away with it 1-on-2. Had that knocked off her stick, but the defender still tenacious on the forecheck. Finally retreats. It's being beckoned to come to the bench by her coaching staff as Junior Ooks look to complete a change in the offensive zone. That one off the stick of the goaltender Streeter. Charest, the near side boards, deflected away. Petrie couldn't get that out of the zone. Critchley funneled that through to the left of Streeter. Mills for Calgary, content to dump that one out of the zone. Not enough for icing here as a full sail change for Calgary as Papachristopoulos corrals in her defensive zone. Looking for options up too far beyond the reach of the intended target, Bilston. And so just under 6 minutes gone in the third period, we will face off in the Junior Ooks defensive zone. Alex Streeter has been perfect. Maddox Moore almost nearly as so. Strong performance for the Junior Ooks goaltender as well. Looks to keep her team to within 1 here in the third period. Elian. The far side boards. Cut off by the Calgary attacker, sent right back in, and Maya Varani tries to break out of the zone near side. Good feed and potentially away here. Opportunity for the Ooks on the backhand. That one high and wide. Streeter out the challenge. It couldn't connect on that opportunity. No connection with the net at the very least, and now Calgary at the end of their shift able to send that one down in the zone and change a couple players as Kerwin connects with it for Calgary. 2 defenders for the Junior Ooks on the forechecking player. Rattles around and comes to the high slot. Shot fanned on and breaking out away through centers McDermott. McDermott down the left-hand side. A slap shot deflected away. Good job by the defender. Circling feed. Another opportunity for a pass deflected in front. Puck comes along the near side boards. On the backhand, Kerwin unable to corral that puck. Sustained pressure by the junior Ooks. Off the boards past Dobko. Smitke gives chase, and an icing call here against Calgary. Will face off in their defensive zone as team in white hails from Alberta's capital region, certainly looking to throw absolutely everything they have to the net front. Centering passes, just looking for a way, one way or another, to beat the goaltender Alex Streeter. As Calgary corrals off the face-off here. Radford couldn't get it fully past Dobko. It's Duick at the line. That dump-in feed hit the side of the stanchion here with the protective padding on it. Not an easy feat. Calgary disappointed. That one obviously didn't make it in behind the net, 200 plus feet away from the goal crease of Alex Streeter, with 12:33 remaining in the period. They will take the face-off win, and Skit shoots that one in, and justifies the means, I suppose. And so the junior Ooks looking to break out and away through center. Klaus feeds deflected away by the Calgary defense. Good job, and the bench absolutely loves it. So does the Calgary faithful in behind us here at the Meadows East Arena. Two Calgary forecheckers in on the puck against two Ook defenders. Along the far side boards, pressure administered, but a nice pass to Miller. Here's Klaus. Klaus darting left to right on the backhand, cutting in front, and another save by Streeter. How many times has Klaus gotten in tight and Streeter has said no? Defender takes a tumble. As the puck comes near side, thought I heard a whistle here. But play continues. Duick being pressured in the corner, 8:30 gone in the third period of play. Calgary looking to take as much time off the clock as possible, and that is frozen in the corner. So 11:29 to go in this one. It'll be face-off in the Ook defensive zone. It'll be Mills digging in on this one for the Glaciers. Ultimately knocked in by Elian, and Papa Christopoulos in her defensive zone for the Ooks. Takes the return feed from Tkachuk. Breaking out through center is Bilston. Onside with Charest. Bilston, a shot, and another save by Streeter. Challenging there, number 91, Olivia Bilston, able to get through a couple of Calgary defenders and have that opportunity on target. Alex Streeter up to the task here, still has a clean sheet as we continue things in the third period. It'll be a face-off to her left. A little clarification from our referee supervisor. Maybe they spotted something with the equipment of Alex Streeter. They're taking a look. As a former goaltender myself, I can certainly empathize with equipment issues, laces, etc. as the face-off is corralled by Calgary. Looking to break out away through center. Varane did well to separate Petrie from the puck, and so the Ooks dump that in. Bilstein giving chase. Unable to get there first, but Critchley behind the net, centering feed, deflected away by the goal stick of Streeter. Sustained pressure, Critchley looking for that feed in front on the backhand. Each defender pinches around, and now crowd behind the net, 10:30 remaining in the third. Varane pinching in, sends that one towards the goal, deflected away by Petrie. Circling feed, coming out front, and that took a deflection off the defender. Streeter had to be careful on that one. The offensive zone, Harms pinches down, keeps that in. Calgary defender on the backhand, unable to get that one out, and so they'll try again near side. Varane once again pinching in, able to keep that one in. Olivia Bilstein behind the net, had her pocket picked, and the Calgary defender content to send that one all the way down the length of the ice. Under 10 minutes remaining in the third period. Of course, you can change on an icing call, so heads up play there by the Calgary defender to send that one down the length of the ice. We have a media timeout coming up here soon, but not immediately after an icing call. So the face-off to the left of Alex Streeter. Dobko chasing for the junior Ooks, can't get there first. Is sent down the length of the ice. Smitke. Locane giving chase. Up the far side boards, comes to McDermott. McDermott sends that down. Giving chase. Couple of Ooks forecheckers in there. Dobko pinching. Nice move to evade her by Kerwin. Kept in by McDermott at the blue line. McDermott, nice move. Shot on a goal. What a goal. Lauren McDermott has the junior Ooks all square. The first time they've beaten Alex Streeter here this morning. You can hear the elation from the faithful from the bench. Lauren McDermott, keep that video clip. Couple nice moves, top shelf over the glove hand of Alex Streeter. And so we are tied up here in the third period. They're calling for the media timeout here now, right after the goal. So, bit unconventional, but we'll be back right after this.
I learned so much from my mom. She loved us more than anyone and still does. And there's things that she didn't have the skill set for that we ended up learning from coaches and from playing sport itself. The mentorship that I received taught me a lot about what it takes to be a great football player, what it takes to be a great track athlete, but then also what it takes to be a great person. And I feel like I learned that directly from observing my coaches and having their influence. I think the great thing about sport is that any kid who has the opportunity to play sport then has the opportunity to have that mentorship.
That's a goal that you're going to watch for a long time here in the 14U division of the FSL. Lauren McDermott, couple nice moves. It was going to take a goal like that to break through against Alex Streeter the way that she's been playing here this morning on a cool and frosty Friday in Alberta's capital. Right away off the draw, the junior Ooks looking for more. Klaus, centering feed that hit the skate of the defender. And so the junior Ooks pressuring, not content with the tied up hockey game, certainly looking for more here. Pressure from below the goal line. That shot, Streeter had to be sharp with the left pad. To Tkachuk. Down along the far side, centering feed, hit the stick of the defender. Up and away through center. To Tkachuk separated Duick from the puck. And Skit dumps that in, pressuring Millar on the forecheck, but Papa Christopoulos with it. Nice outlet feed for Klaus. Has an attacking winger with her. 2-on-2, the Ooks moving left to right. Deflected by the Calgary defense as puck finds its way to the corner. Harms deflects that one in. Nice move by Miller. Looking for options. Gets it out of the defensive zone. Icing waved off by the lead linesman, saying it was deflected, and so Maya Varani, number 88 for the junior Ooks, thought better of it. Dumps it back below her own goal line. Deflected away. Shot from distance. Reached the goaltender Maddox Moore. Held in at the point. Deflected by the Ooks player near the front of the net. On the near side boards, players come together. Shalupova absorbs some contact there. Both benches appealing for a penalty call here. 7:30 remaining in the third period. Some tense moments to be sure. Well played hockey game in front. Shalupova unable to steer that one on net. Varani will try the far side. Cuts back and Finds the defense partner off the boards, off the skate of Critchley, couldn't get out of the zone. Petrie with it, shot from distance off the left pad of Moore. Outlet feed, too strong for the intended winger. This is Kerwin. Kerwin down the far side boards. Couldn't connect their supporting player in front. So up the far side boards, able to keep that one in with Son. Locane giving chase for Calgary on the forecheck. Comes along the far side boards. Able to get that one out of the defensive zone at last for the junior Ooks and sent down the length of the ice. Good deflection in there by Critchley and giving chase. 6:30 remain in the third period, a 1-1 hockey game. Calgary Glaciers, junior Ooks. Goebel looking for a Melchuk, comes up the far side. Darting in, had to regroup there. Good recovery by the Calgary defenders. On the backhand, played along the far side boards. Junior Ooks content to pressure here for the time being. A couple attacking players below the goal line for them. Comes to Dobko. Fanned on that shot attempt and out and away through center. Some tired legs for Calgary, but it is Jewett at the red line, sends that in. Calgary completes their change and forechecking players deep into the zone for both teams here at this pace in the game. Second game, of course, later on today out in Nisku, but you empty the tank here absolutely. Elian played that to Radford, and she's congratulated by her bench as she sent that deep in. Mills catches up with the puck first for Calgary. Mills circling with the puck still. Had that knocked off her stick. Out to the line and out off the stick of the defender, and giving chase is Miller. Big collision along the far side boards. Able to elude that pressure. The captain separated from the puck and back away through center is Klaus. Klaus darting in. Centering feed, unable to connect, and a penalty call is going to go here against Calgary. Klaus is still down on the ice. Took a big hit in the corner after darting in past a couple defenders. And Aaliyah Klaus still on the ice. It's going to be Mills taking a seat here, Abigail Mills. And while they take a look at her, we're going to step away here for a couple of moments. We'll have the action for you right when it returns, but all the best here as we check on Aaliyah Klaus. Scary moments there. Happy that Aaliyah Klaus, all the best wishes to her. Calgary Glaciers player will have to serve the penalty as Abigail Mills is out of the game. Assessed on that penalty. It's a 5-minute major for body checking. And so taking a seat in her place is Cecilia Locane. 4 minutes, 44 seconds in the third period, a 5-minute major on which the junior Ooks certainly look to capitalize as it comes near side. Papachristopoulos, the shot took a deflection, hit Kerwin, never reached the net. Papachristopoulos sends that in for Charest. Number 17 receives it once again to Kachuk. Back to Papachristopoulos. Thought about a shot, took a deflection off Kerwin's skate in front of the net. Centering feed deflected once more. Players come together along the near side boards below the goal line. Back to Papachristopoulos. Takes a shot off the crossbar. Beat Streeter from distance, but unable to give her team the lead. As the junior Ooks continue on the power play here, a couple of attacking players below the goal line working to retrieve the puck. A lot of contact, and benches on both sides appeal for calls. Still fighting forward here along the far side half wall as it's dumped in below the net. Bilston back to the point to Kachuk. Back to Bilston. Bilston, Papachristopoulos. Corrals the puck, shot on the ice, took a deflection and just missing. That was Charest. Found its way to her on the near side slot area, couldn't beat the goaltender Streeter. And at last, Calgary able to get that one out of the zone, unable to get a change, however, as players come together along the far side blue line. On the penalty kill, that's deflected away. Now quickly, the junior Ooks still on the power play, out through center, play onside. Circling with it now and thought better of it, regrouping in the neutral zone. Petrie takes it for Calgary and sends it up out of play. Frustrated with herself there for being unable to take more time off the clock. 2:09 remaining in the third period. The length of the penalty here will go past regulation if necessary, the 5-minute major penalty that has seen Abigail Mills ejected from this one. As on the face-off, players come together and Harms with it up the far side boards and able to connect with the target. Slap shot here, right in, and a save by Streeter. Had to be sharp on that quick opportunity, perhaps. Well, it's an opportunity at a shot variety we haven't seen a ton of, those one-timer slap shots from the junior Ooks. Off the face-off, comes to Harms. Far side for Varani, shot from distance, high and over the net. Centering feed, shot in front, and they score. A little surprise there, whoever it deflected off her skate, trying to take up space and leading the celebration down past the bench. Abby Miller has given her side a 2-1 advantage. Junior Ooks have been able to strike quickly here. Intercepted beyond the blue line here. Here's Radford. Radford circling with it. Penalty call coming up here from the trailing referee. And as the Ooks touch it, we will get a call here for a body checking minor, as you hear the Calgary bench asking if that's going to be a 5-minute major as well. Smitke will take a seat. 1:30 remaining in regulation. Junior Ooks lead by 1. Face off to the right of the goaltender Moore as it comes around the boards. Papa Christopoulos away through center. Feathered in towards the net. That's deflected away by the goal stick of Streeter. Away through center, Radford. Unable to get around to Kachuk, who's able to get that one out away through center. And a whistle called by the trailing official. We'll see what this stoppage is going to be all about here. It's going to be a penalty assessed to Radford on a cross check. 1 minute, 2 seconds remain in the third period. Strategy being discussed here. 2 penalties, of course, to Calgary. It'll be 4-on-3 here for the balance of the frame unless anything changes. Critchley digs in on the draw. Out away through center. Elian separated from the puck by arms, and a penalty is going to be coming up here. Believe it'll have to be a hook. The trailing defender just trying to catch up with Elian. Lila Elian seemed to have a step. And so 2 players in the box for each team here. Getting down to the end of things as the timeout is being called by the Calgary Glaciers, who certainly don't want this to be the end of things. Discussing some strategy here on a way to potentially beat Maddox Moore, who has been perfect. Besides that power play goal conceded in the first period, scored by the captain Hannah Chilapova. Some tense moments here in the opener of the 14U division of the FSL Bauer Winter Championship here in Southeast Edmonton. Thank you for tuning in throughout the course of the day. Of course, we will have games all weekend long, culminating in the championship games on Sunday, but have no fear throughout the rest of today, Friday. Saturday, we'll have 25 games for you on Silent Ice TV throughout the course of the day at 5 different locations. Task on hand, of course, the last 48.5 seconds in this one, as they will face off to the right of the goaltender Moore. Face off won by the Ooks. Ferrani in the defensive zone. Circling with it, looking for an opportunity. Kerwin takes a shot that saved by the goal stick Moore. Kerwin battling for the puck. Comes back to Elian, fanned on that opportunity, and penalty calls desired by both benches. 20 seconds remain, and we have a stoppage in play here. See what this is about as the referees come together. Some confusion as Calgary seemed to be desirous of breaking out through the zone, and they're getting an explanation now at the Calgary bench. They'll face off at center ice. Bilston will dig in against the captain, Chalupova. Face-off won by the Ooks, sent down towards the goal. Elian had to be quick to recover in time. 12 seconds remaining as Kerwin takes it for Calgary. Chalupova, 5 seconds, past the blue line. Darting towards the goal and cutting in, he scores! Hannah Chalupova, buzzer beater, her second of the morning, has it all tied up at 2s. We had one waved off at the end of the second period. Chalupova darting in, able to beat the goaltender Moore. And so some discussion being had here. Certainly the refs come together, the junior Ooks stay at their bench, but we will talk with the referees about what's going on. So try to get to the bottom, and if that was a goal telling both benches the goal counts for Chalupova. And about the ways in which this game may be settled. Seems as though with the players streaming out onto the ice that it'll be a tie game. Hugs, adulation towards the goaltender Alex Streeter, who we hope to hear from after the game perhaps. Defeat for the junior Ooks on the other side of the ice, obviously to have come so close, but still getting away with a single point. As we look at our 4 Vengeance Media 3 stars of the game, the third star will be Leah Kloss, who unfortunately had to leave this one in the third period, that 5-minute boarding penalty. The second star, Alex Streeter, the goaltender for Calgary, so strong in there, being able to come up with the tie. And the first star of the game, number 1, Lauren McDermott. Spectacular goal in the third period. It's all said and done. This was a spectacular way to kick things off here at the Meadows East Arena in Southeast Edmonton. Coming up, we'll hear from one of the players right after this. Joined by Lauren McDermott, number 10 for the junior Ooks here. Certainly an eventful game towards the end. Obviously the buzzer beater, not exactly the way we drew it up, but what were your thoughts on this one here opening the tournament?
I think we played good, but it was a tough game at the end, but I think we played good overall.
Walk me through that goal. Obviously going high glove side. Tell me a little bit about the feelings. You know, the celebration obviously was worthy of showing another time, but walk me through what you saw there.
I don't know. I kind of just went through and I got the puck on the blue line and then kind of walked in and dangled through those 2 players and then shot at top corner, and I was pretty excited.
Final question here for you. You play again tonight, I believe either at 5:45 or 6 o'clock in Nisku. Emptied a lot of the tank on this one. What's the message to the rest of the team about gearing up once again here as the tournament continues?
Just to keep our heads high, take the momentum into the next game, and just keep playing like we did.
Well, Lauren, really appreciate you taking the time to join me here after the game. Best of luck throughout the rest of the tournament.
Okay, thank you.
That is Lauren McDermott, number 10 for the junior Ooks. The final score here, you're going to want to probably watch that one again, folks. 2-2 between the Calgary Glaciers and the junior Ooks. Coming up, don't go anywhere on Silent Ice TV. We have in the 15U division, Coquitlam HC and Okanagan HC right after this.